What's going on, YouTube? This is your friendly neighborhood DraftKings addict, bringing my top picks for Wednesday's main NBA DFS slate, guys. All right, guys, so I know it's been a minute. I miss you guys. I appreciate your patience. All right, so I'm going through a little bit of a transition here in my personal life. All right, so long story short, I left my 9 to 5 on Monday, MLK Day, baby. So I'm starting my own business, and so I'll have more time to do DFS videos here in the near future. But thank you guys for your patience through this transition. So let's go ahead and break down today's NBA DFS slate. All right, guys, so let's get it popping. All right, so of course, you know, we're going over the draft dashboard, my research tool of choice. Now, today is a massive, I think it's a 10-game slate. 3, 6, 9, yeah, 10-game slate, guys. So this DFS tool draft dashboard makes it very easy for you to get all your information you need to make DFS decisions on one screen. As you can see right here, we also have NBA cheat sheet. So if you like what you see, guys, check it out. I have a link in the description of this video for a 30-day trial for $1. All right, so let's go ahead and let's break down my favorite plays on today's slate at the moment. Now, if you guys are on Twitter and you are following, which everybody should be doing this if you're playing NBA DFS, but Fantasy Labs NBA, you need to be following. But there's a lot of plays today that are out or questionable or whatever, or game time decisions today. So keep an eye on that. So on a 10-game slate, there could be some nice value to open up. Like we got, Anthony Davis out for a few weeks. So I'm going to be talking about that. We got some other players who are questionable and some other things. And so, again, stay on top of your news, guys. But I'm going to tell you what my favorite plays are for the day. So first up at point guard, man, Drew Holiday is a lock for me. With Anthony Davis out, they're playing against this trash Detroit team. All right, and as you can see, Drew has done very well versus Detroit in the past. 55, 49, 35, 35, and 46 in the last 5 matchups versus this team. And the guy's usage was already high with Anthony Davis. And now that Anthony Davis is out, his usage should go up even more. And so at 8.6K, to me, Drew Holiday is a lock. All right, so give me some of that. Duh, right? All right, so next play, at point guard, right now we have both Simmons and Mr. Butler are game time decisions. All right, now that's a 7 o'clock game, so that gives us a little bit of time. So, we had that late swap thing, but on DK at least, not on FanDuel. But if those two guys are ruled out, there's going to be some value over there in Philly. And so TJ McConnell is going to be the first person that I throw in my lineups, him and Mr. Johnson. So, but TJ McConnell, he's on my radar right now. Kyle Lowry, I can't play that dude. Even though I believe he's out, right? Kawhi is out. Yep, Kawhi Leonard is out. So he could get you some value there versus that Indiana team. And matter of fact, Miles Turner may be a good value as well versus Toronto, man, because they struggle with bigs. But yeah, so long story short, that's my favorite. Actually, D. Russell, man, his price is getting too damn high. The dude up to 8K, but he's been on fire. 59 and 56 in the last 2 games. To me, he's due for a letdown. If you look at his last 5 games, 47, 56, then he had a letdown of 27 points. Then he went on his current runway. He put up 59 and 56. All right, but 10-game slate, a lot could happen. I will have a little bit of Mr. Russell on my slate, but just not a whole lot. I think he's going to be highly owned, and I think he's set up to let some people down, man. So, but I'm not saying don't play him, but just beware. If you look at his history, he had those dud games every now and then. You all have been there. All right, so let's go down a little further. Of course, Elfrid Payton, too. He should see some uptick in his usage with Anthony Davis out, but he's not one of my favorite plays at the moment. But I may have a little sprinkle of him, of course. All right, next up at my shooting guard. Kind of talked about most of these players already, so we're going to go ahead and move on over to the small forward. So at small forward, my favorite play at that position is going to be, where is he at? Mr. Chandler. All right. If you look at his history versus San Antonio, he has 2 games where he put up 46 and 43. Then he put up 25 in the last game that he met. But again, if Butler and Simmons are out, that's going to mean big usage bump for these other guys that are on the floor. And this guy's playing heavy minutes. You see he played 31 minutes the last game. All righty. I'm sorry, 27 minutes the last game and 33 and 32 the 2 games before that. So he should see a good amount of minutes. And at 4K, he should be able to pay out that value on this slate. And so, again, I like him at $4,000 versus San Antonio, where he's had success in the past. All right, guys. So again, these are not my only plays, but these are like my favorites at the moment. Ooh, also, nah, I can't play San Antonio, man. I can't do it. I'm sorry. Rudy Gay, he looks to be in a good spot. 5.7K going up against Philly without Ben Simmons and Butler possibly. That could be a decent value play there at 5.7K. He's playing around 30 minutes a game. Last couple of games, getting some consistent minutes. So that could be a good play. But we're going to come back to that one. Next up, power forward. One of my favorite power forwards on the slate is going to be none other than, I hate doing this, man, but if Drummond is out, Blake Griffin becomes a lock for me versus New Orleans without Anthony Davis. All right, 9.7K. So I remember correctly, I believe Drummond is questionable or a game time decision. But if Drummond is ruled out, Blake Griffin it becomes a lock for me, even though I hate Detroit. I have to play him down because he's going to be highly owned, I believe, at 9.7K. So that's my favorite center at the moment. I'm sorry, power forward at the moment. Also got James Johnson, maybe a GPP flyer at 3.7K, going up against the Clippers, who are terrible versus bigs. Alrighty, as you can see, they've given up a lot of points, and he's had success versus this team in the past. And at 3.7K, he could be a nice GPP flyer. Julius Randle's also one of my favorite power forward / centers. And to be honest, guys, just looking at some of my early builds, man, I could have a lot of 2 and 3 center lineups on DK, where you have guys who are power forward and center eligible. But Julius Randle, again, with Anthony Davis being out, his usage is going to go up. So this guy should be able to smash his 8.4K value. So get you some Julius Randle, guys. Don't get cute with it. Just play the man. All right, going up against Detroit again. Not the best team in the world, especially if Drummond is out. All right, also Mr. Mirotic, he should get an uptick as well. He'll probably be the starting center if I remember correctly. So let's see who their starting center is. Jahlil Okafor. Oh, my Lord. Really? So, hey, Okafor, I can't do it. No, thank you. So, but Mirotic should get an uptick in usage and playing time with Anthony Davis ruled out, guys. So, that's all my power forwards at the moment. And then at center, Vucevic is probably going to be the best. I'm not the best, but the favorite center on this slate going up against Brooklyn, one of the worst teams when it comes to that position and defending that position. So, Vucevic, you want him in your player pool. Of course, like I said, Blake Griffin gets a major uptick if Drummond is out. Jokic, I can't do it. I can't do it. Simmons versus Chicago could be a good play right there, guys. I know it says his last 5 games he hadn't done well versus them, but this guy's playing more minutes, has higher usage, and putting up more shots. John Collins could be a good play at AK. Who else we got? So if we come down a little further, I already talked about James Johnson and Julius Randle, Mirotic. Miles Turner's another guy. Let me go ahead and check him. Versus this Toronto team, again, without Kawhi. That could be a spot where he put up another one of these 42-point games. And you see he just scored 38 at the last game that he played. So Miles Turner could be a sneak play at center with some other guys on the slate. He could get overlooked. And also this guy here, Mr. Enes Kanter. All right, so at 5K, going up against Houston. Let me see if I remember correctly. Where is he at? Right here, New York. So Porzingis is out, of course. Cornet is out. So Enes Kanter is projected to get the start, guys. All right, so if you guys have been watching basketball lately, which I hope you have, Houston sucks against bigs without Capella, guys, okay? Who they have? Kenneth Faried, I think, is their center right now, man. And then old man. Yeah, come on, man. Nene, come on, man. As you can see, the dude ain't even playing more than 15 minutes. So Enes Kanter should be able to smash versus Houston at 5K, getting the start. This guy's a high point per minute monster. I wouldn't be surprised if he put up 40 DraftKings points. So Enes Kanter is another one of my favorites. Jahlil Okafor, this guy here was a high draft pick, hadn't really lived up to all the hype. At 4.6K, possibly, should be the starter versus versus Detroit. Yeah, he could be a flyer, man. Hey, I'm not gonna say avoid him, but if you see last game he put up 40 points. So 4.6K, 10-game slate. Not sure if we have to go there, especially when you got people like Dedmon right around that same price. Yeah. So let me know in the comments, guys. Are you playing Jahlil Okafor or are you playing Enes Kanter for $400 more versus Houston? Me personally, I'm going with Enes Kanter. So that's all my favorite plays at the moment, guys. Again, not all my plays. If you want to get all my plays, go into the description of this video. Click on the link for the 30-day trial for $1. And once you sign up, you can go over here to your watch players list and my player pool, which I will have selected. You'll be able to load up those picks on your draft dashboard by clicking Watch DK Addicts picks, and then my player pool will load into your screen, and you can go over here to the lineup optimizer, click lineup optimizer, and optimize your lineup. So this one left $500 on the table. So if I want to upgrade or downgrade any of these players, I could do so. But if I like what I see, I just hit save lineup, click randomize, let it build another lineup. And again, if I like it, I can click save or modify it and move on. Also, we have the mass lineup generator where you can build lineups. You have a couple of different options here when it comes to your settings. And then you click generate lineups and you let draft dashboard build you however many lineups that you like. So, top plays for me today, guys. TJ McConnell at point guard, especially if Butler and Simmons are out. 3.9K at home versus San Antonio. Give me that for 3.9K. Holiday, again, Anthony Davis out. This guy put up 55 points versus Detroit before. He should get heavy minutes, heavy usage, heavy shots at home, front of the home crowd. Dude should be pumped. Give me him for 8.6K. Too easy. Wilson Chandler, again, that's with Simmons and Butler sitting. I like Wilson Chandler at 4K. Blake Griffin, expecting Drummond to miss the game, even though he's a game time decision. So I like Blake Griffin at 9.7K. But if Drummond is playing, I'm coming off of Ben Simmons and I'm putting in Vucevic at my center. All right, Julius Randle, another power forward / center. I'm locking him in. And then Enes Kanter, 5K versus Houston. Should be able to smash. Houston sucks right now versus center. All right, just hopefully he doesn't get ejected. Enes Kanter like to push buttons and get people all hyped up. So hopefully he don't get ejected. But he should be safe. 5K, easy play. So at least your 5.2K for your last two spots, guys. So these are my favorite plays. They're not locks in every single lineup. I'm going to have a good majority of them throughout all of my lineups, but I will have variations. So, all right, guys. So good luck on today's slate. Again, sorry for the absence, the couple of days, but trust me, it was for a good cause, and I appreciate all the love. Before you go, please like my video. It really helps the channel. Also, if you're new to DraftKings Addict, please don't forget to subscribe before you go. And as always, guys, you know I love your comments. It's a massive 10-game slate. You guys know your areas, and so if this is your hometown, you're in Brooklyn, you can tell me who's the good play for the night. Maybe there's a sneak play you have. So drop your comments below, guys. Talk to you next time. Peace.